Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to achieve financial independence only to realize you've lost your purpose in life? A fascinating conundrum, isn't it? The pursuit of financial independence is often seen as the ultimate goal, a marker of success in our society. We spend countless hours working, saving, investing, all in the hopes of reaching this coveted state of monetary freedom. But what happens once we've reached this pinnacle? Does the achievement of financial independence inherently bestow upon us a sense of purpose, a sense of fulfillment? For some, the answer may be a resounding yes. Yet for others, the attainment of wealth can lead to a paradoxical sense of emptiness, a loss of direction, a questioning of purpose. It seems that the intersection of wealth and purpose is not as straightforward as one might assume. So we find ourselves pondering a crucial question. Does wealth equate to happiness, or is there more to this equation? Consider the life of Bill, a successful entrepreneur who achieved financial independence at a young age. Bill was not born into wealth. He started from a humble background, but he had a vision to change his life and the lives of those around him. From a young age, Bill made a commitment to himself. He would not just pursue wealth, but he would also pursue purpose. He knew that money without meaning could lead to a hollow existence, and he was determined not to fall into that trap. Bill started his journey by learning and honing skills that were in demand. He knew that financial independence would come from creating value for others, so he learned to code, he dabbled in design, and he even tried his hand at marketing. But Bill didn't just stop at acquiring skills. He used these skills to build a business that solved a real problem. His company, which started as a one-man operation in his garage, grew to become a global enterprise, employing thousands of people and touching the lives of millions more. Yet, even as his wealth grew, Bill remained grounded. He knew that his purpose was not just to accumulate wealth, but to make a positive impact on the world. So, he used his wealth to fuel his purpose. He invested in education, healthcare, and environmental causes. He used his influence to inspire others to do the same. Throughout his journey, Bill never lost sight of his principles. He understood that wealth was not an end in itself, but a means to an end. He knew that his true wealth was not in his bank account, but in the impact he made on the world. Bill's story is not just a story of financial success, it's a story of a purpose-driven life. It's a story of a man who understood that money and purpose are not mutually exclusive, but can and should go hand in hand. Despite his financial success, Bill never lost sight of his purpose and the things that truly mattered to him. Now let's take a look at Jane, a philanthropist who used her wealth to make a difference. Jane, a self-made entrepreneur, had always been driven by her passion for creating. When she sold her tech startup for a hefty sum, she found herself in the enviable position of financial independence. But despite the comfort and security this wealth offered, Jane felt a void. She knew she had more to offer the world. Jane had always been a firm believer in the power of education. She saw it as the key to opportunity and a means to level the playing field for everyone, regardless of their background. With her newfound wealth, she saw an opportunity to make a tangible impact. She decided to set up a foundation that would provide scholarships to underprivileged students, giving them the chance to pursue higher education and achieve their dreams. Her wealth, which once seemed like the pinnacle of success, had suddenly become a tool. It was the means to fund her philanthropic endeavors, allowing her to provide opportunities to those who needed it most. Jane had achieved a unique balance between her wealth and her purpose. She was not just rich in monetary terms, she was rich in purpose. As Jane's foundation started to make a difference, she felt a sense of fulfillment that her previous wealth alone could not provide. She was no longer just a successful entrepreneur, she was a change maker. Her wealth had given her the means to make a difference, and her purpose had given her wealth a meaning. Jane's story is a powerful example of how wealth and purpose can align. It's not about hoarding wealth or spending it frivolously. It's about using it as a tool to make a difference, to live a life of purpose and impact. Money, in and of itself, isn't the end goal. It's a means to an end, a tool that can help you fulfill your purpose, whatever that may be. For Jane, her wealth was not an end point, but a means to fulfilling her purpose. So how do these stories of Bill and Jane help us understand the correlation between wealth and purpose? We've heard their stories, seen their successes and challenges, and now we can distill the essence of their journeys into key takeaways. Firstly, wealth and purpose are not mutually exclusive, but rather two sides of the same coin. For Bill and Jane, their financial success didn't come at the expense of their purpose, but rather it was a byproduct of it. They found something they were passionate about, and they pursued it with all their heart. The money followed. This is a critical point to understand. Wealth is not the end goal, it's the result of pursuing what truly matters to you. Secondly, they maintained a balance between their financial independence and their purpose. They understood that money is a tool, not an end in itself. It's a means to an end, and that end is the fulfillment of their purpose. They didn't let their wealth define them, but used it to fuel their purpose and enrich their lives and those of others. Thirdly, they never stopped setting goals. Even as they achieved financial success, they continued to set new targets, to dream bigger dreams. Their purpose evolved and expanded, and with it, their potential for wealth. They understood that success is not a destination, but an ongoing journey. Finally, they found joy not just in the accumulation of wealth, but in the pursuit of their purpose. They found fulfillment not in what they had, but in what they did, and who they became in the process. They discovered that while wealth can bring freedom, it's purpose that brings fulfillment. So what's the key takeaway here? It's this: pursue your purpose with passion and persistence. Use wealth as a tool to fuel your purpose, not as an end in itself. Keep setting goals, keep dreaming, and remember the joy is in the journey, not just the destination. Remember, financial independence can provide freedom, but it's the purpose that provides fulfillment.